Hey everyone, this is Andrew. Today I'm going to show you some of the things that I do first whenever I install WordPress. I have WordPress installed on my local machine today and I'm in the dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and open up the front end of my site here so I can see between the front and the back fairly easily by clicking a mouse between tabs. Usually one of the first things that I'll do when I set up WordPress or working with really any WordPress site is I'll check the permalinks. What I mean by that is if you go down to settings, permalinks, you'll notice that there are 6 common settings that WordPress will let you select from. By default, you have this setting here, which provides a URL that isn't very search engine friendly. So one of the first things I do is I'll select either day and name, month and name, or whatever would work best for our project, but typically I'll do post name because I like the way that it outputs the URLs for search engines. So I'll go ahead and save this. Actually, before I save that, I'm going to show you what this looks like on the front. So if I were to go to this post here, hello world, you'll notice up here there is a weird permalink here, which isn't very search engine friendly. So what I'm in effect doing is changing the permalink to display the name of the post instead of a number here. So I'll go ahead and save changes and I'll refresh. Now I have a very search engine friendly name right here in the URL. That's usually one of the first things I'll do. Now this is a fresh install of WordPress. I'm going to start here in the dashboard on the home screen and dismiss this setting. I'm going to then, I don't usually need all these boxes, so I'll just remove some of these that I normally wouldn't use. Maybe rearrange a little bit. And then I'm going to just go ahead and go through these. By default, WordPress comes with a post called Hello World. We'll trash it and we'll go to the trash, and as my dad always taught me, we'll take out the trash. And then I'll go to pages. There's a sample page. I will go ahead and trash that. And again, take out the trash. And then I'll go down to appearance, themes. By default, WordPress will ship with a couple different versions of their default themes. Right now, the 2015, which is the newest one, is activated, but I still have these 2 older ones here. I don't want to really have to deal with updating these in the future or possibly having a client have to deal with those. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these 2 themes for now. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go down to the widgets, and you see there's one widget area with about 6 widgets in here. Right now these are showing up here along the sidebar. Recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, meta, and of course the search on the top. So these widgets, I'm just going to go ahead and delete these. That way when I get started with my project, I'll just have a very clean slate to work with. So you'll notice now that I did that, they are removed from the sidebar. So now I'll go ahead and go down to plugins. You'll notice 2 plugins usually come with WordPress, Hello Dolly and Akismet. I recommend if you don't have another solution to help with comment and trackback spam that you do work with Akismet or another service. But I'll just leave this here for now. But I will just go ahead and delete Hello Dolly because I don't really need that on the site. And we'll go down to settings, general settings. You'll see I just want to make sure my site title or tagline are set up correctly. These are in this theme outputting here at the top, this being the site title, this being the tagline. You can adjust those here in this area, the general settings. I'll just leave them here for now. You can adjust the email address that's used for admin purposes on the site. You can change your time zone, your date, formats, day the week starts on, even your language. We'll just leave those here for now. In the writing section, there's options for how you handle different formattings, post formats, default post categories, and some other settings. We won't go into depth too much about that now. Reading. Typically, I will check this box, discourage search engines from indexing the site, if it's a local version of the site or a test or stage version of the site. Now, does it really matter locally if I let search engines crawl this? Well, that's just not going to happen. Search engines aren't crawling my local site. So, but just as a good general practice, I like to make sure these search engines visibility is checked, except for if I'm on a live site. If I'm on a live site, unless there's a really good reason to not let search engines index my site, I will leave this unchecked. So since this is a local version, and just as a good practice, I'll leave it checked. So then I'll go down to discussion. And unless you're going to do commenting, I just recommend that you will uncheck these boxes one time, so you just know that you won't be contacted for comments. You won't allow people to post comments. If you do want to do commenting, then you would work and adjust these settings, but that's for a different video. So I'll just go ahead and anything related to comments I'm turning off. I will save. Media we'll leave for now. Permalinks, we adjusted that earlier. I do want to show you for your site, if you just deleted the page like I told you to, when you went to your site, you'll see it says nothing found. Well, what do we do now? Well, we do need to create a page, and we'll just call it home. And we'll say this is our home page. We will publish this page, and we will tell WordPress in the reading settings that the front page should display not the latest posts, but rather a static page. And we'll say display the home page. Now, if I refresh this page, we'll get our home page. So for post page, we haven't had any other pages set up for that yet, but they would display what you have here in posts, which we currently have deleted that. So this is just a basic video showing you some of the first things that I do when I install WordPress. There's so much more to learn, so much more to discover, but for now I just wanted to leave you with this. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below or reach out. Good luck.